sitting on the position. This time to the women's Sprintcar tour. 4 tens here at Eldora. Now around the line here. Right across YouTube, Twitch and Facebook. There's been that series for qualifying at the moment. Top 20 qualifiers. Right on the left hand side of the screen. We're going to have the exact same format as what we just had in the midget series. So right now it is Zach Fallon, who's quick time with 13.88 for Nathan Norman, Daniel Gow, who's way out of retirement. Single 4th and Payman Brown in 5th, sorry. Some other drivers to go and finish their lap times. Josh just getting his laps done. 14.253, 16. 97, Morgan Bishop and the Napa Auto Parts coming on 19th trip. Norton, car 55. Going to finish up his time. Mitchell G, car 36. Goes quick time with a 13.749. Alright! Good look at that car there, the new skin for TTL. Eldora, thank you very much for the follow on Twitch, and JD who did sub to us, very good to say follow while we were off the air. Second. In fact, gonna make that quick time with a 13.742. A 13.742. We try and maybe look at some other drivers on the racetrack. In fact, it looks like it's coming to a close right now. 34 drivers took a time. 38 signed into the pit area for round number. Well done to Lewis Hewitt, Joel Berkeley, Zach Phelan, and Mitchell G. and Nathan Norman. Your top 5 here in qualifying. 4 heats again, 12 laps the distance. Let's go ahead and take a look at your wicked cushion starting grid for heat race number 1. Starting on pole in car number 3, it's going to be Lewis Hewitt. On his outside in car number 19, Nathan Norman. Starting position 3, the 47 of Brady Baldwin. Starting position 4, car number 24 of Rob Bowden. Starting position 5 in car number 8, it'll be Nathan Clark. Starting position 6, car 78 of John Schultz. Starting position 7, the 305 of Thomas Paul. Starting position 8, the 23 of Tristan Yelland. Starting position 9 in the 015, Darren Lord. Scheduled to start P10 in car 68, Bradley Sanders. Yes, Clint, that is correct. A lot of, in fact, what did I say, 38 drivers. Certainly getting some practice in before the 2019 Eldora Classic. Waiting on our pole sitter, Lewis Hewitt and Bradley Sanders. Out of position 10, there's Hewitt gridding now. I don't think Sanders is going to make the grid, considering that he didn't do a lap time. Not sure whether he's having some issues or not, but it's more than likely going to be 9 cars to make up heat number 1, the top 4. Once again, we'll move on to tonight's main event. So the 410 winged sprint cars, the Dirt Leagues Tour winged sprint car tour. Round number 1. Round 2 will be in a couple of weeks' time, of course. A week on and then a week off in collaboration with the guys at Pace Syndicate. This track is fairly used up at the moment, and it's only going to get used up more and more as we progress throughout the night with the 4 heat races. Then of course a D, C, B and of course A main to wrap us up here. Heat 1, here we go. Hewitt and Norman. Green flag is out. We're underway for the opening heat race of the night in the sprint car. Brady Bob going to slide up and take second spot away. Norman back there in position 3. So remember, top 4 going to go through straight to the main event. Rob Bowden hold on to that 4th and final transfer spot, but here comes Nathan Clark shooting down on the low side into turn number 1 and 2. Your races for 4th, 5th and 6th as you throw in the 78 of John Schultz as well. Schultz going to pick up position number 5 for the time being. Oh, Nathan Clark almost got into Schultz and as they went into 1 and 2. 12 lap heat races right now. Right now, you battle for second between Brady Baldwin in car 47 in the black and white TFH car. The 19 of Nathan Norman moves into second spot, but here comes Baldwin back down low into turn number 1 and 2. The big slide job into to get to the cushion. Into 3 and 4 we go. It's still going to be Brady Baldwin hanging on the second for the time being. We're right through the slick. Norman tries to go a car lane under than what Baldwin's running right now. Jumps off the cushion on the exit of turn 2. This is where some drivers may get caught out at the moment. Halfway home, Hewitt out by 2 seconds. Baldwin second, Norman third. Contact. Front nerve bar catching the rear crash bar of the 47. Managed to keep it going. Rob Bowden back there in position 4. 5th is going to be John Schultz, Nathan Clark, Tristan Yellen and Darren Moore, the 8 cars that are still managing to circulate around the Eldora Speedway. Good battle going on for 5th and 6th between Clark and Schultz right now. We have a look at that battle on screen as they 3 laps to go this time by for your leader. We come back up towards the battle for second and third right now. Norman, he's got a run on Brady Baldwin. Baldwin going to slide up once again. Norman crosses down the back straightaway. This time it's going to return favour from Nathan Norman. Baldwin back down low on the exit of turn number 4. Another slide job. But right now, heat 1 putting on some fantastic racing as a pair make contact. Brady Baldwin contact with Nathan Norman. Baldwin around. And that's going to move Rob Bowden to position 3 and John Schultz in position 4 here on the final lap. Hewitt gets the win from Nathan Norman, who gets second. Third is going to be Rob Bowden. John Schultz home in 4th as we take a look at JR Productions and Media finishing results. Clark, Yelland, Lord, Baldwin and Paul, 9 drivers. Those 5 drivers will make their way into the C and B. And I believe D as well. We'll have to find out. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid for heat race number 2. In fact, no D main, so just a C and a B for the sprint cars here tonight. Heat 2, your Wicked Cushion starting grid looks like this. Starting on pole, car number 9 of Joel Berkeley. And the retiree in car number 37, Daniel Gow. He's now out of retirement. Daniel Gow 3, that is. He will start position number 2. Aaron Kelly in the 2 will start position 3. Out of position 4, the 33 of Carl Hoffmans. Starting position 5, car number 29 of Mason Merritt. Starting position 6 in the Gavin Sadler Racing Ultimate Dirt TV, car number 71, Gavin Sadler. Starting position 7, the 55 of Lachlan Horton. Or Horton, I should say. Starting position 8, the 152 of Mick Wilson. And your final starter in car number 48, Jacob Penno, will start position number 9, Mitch Wiley not making the call for heat race number 2. So some fast and furious 410 winged sprint cars, 900 odd horsepower. The things with wings. Drivers get the 1 green signal. Daniel Gow, Joel Berkeley. Let's hope this is not a repeat of the race that they had at Knoxville. Those boys remember that one. I think it ended up with Daniel Gow up in the fence, I believe. I don't think Berkeley was too far behind him. Berkeley, Gow, Kelly, Hoffman's your front 2. You go back to Merritt and Sadler in row 3. Green flag is out. 2 begins, and well, the rust is certainly showing for Daniel Gow. He has had an absolute Barry Crocker of a start. He's gone from 2nd to position 9. Berkeley leads lap number 1. Kelly going to be 2nd. Carl Hoffman's 3rd. 4th is going to be Mason Merritt. And you go back to Mick Wilson in the 152. Gavin Sadler sliding into position number 6. Lachlan Horton in the 55. Going to get out of shape in front of, that is Jacob Penno in the 48. Daniel Gow. Well, that's 2 cars he's passed. Well, he's lost 5 spots. It's still in the process. 3rd and 4th on the screen. The 33 of Carl Hoffman's in 3rd. Mason Merritt. 3 car lengths away from the 3rd place driver. Then you go back to nearly a 2nd back to Mick Wilson, who is now going to have Gavin Sadler pressuring in that number 71 machine, although the front wing is off on that race car. Certainly going to make it difficult for Gavin Sadler to rotate around the racetrack at full capacity. Aaron Kelly in the number 2 car, sitting there in position number 2, looking at a 1.8 second difference down the back straightaway from your leader Berkeley, who's looking to sweep the night. Kelly makes a big mistake on the exit of turn 4. He caught the cushion and almost sucked the car into the wall. At the end, watch your race parts. Car number 33 of Carl Hoffman's back there in position 3. And you go back to Mason Merritt, who's still holding down that 4th and final transfer spot. Watching Mick Wilson in the 152 in position 5. Sadler holding on to 6. Here comes Daniel Gow in the 37. We're going to look down low into 3 and 4. He thought about the slider, but got back out of it. A little scared. Gow certainly the rust is showing on that 37 machine. We know he's a front runner. Just not tonight. 2 laps to go for your leader, Berkeley. He's his way through 1 and 2 right now. Kelly still holding on to 2nd. 3rd is still the Carl Hoffman. So Queensland 1, 2 and 3. Mason Merritt, not sure where he's from, but he's riding back there and still in that 4th and final transfer spot. He's got half a mile from making it into tonight's main event. 55 of Lachlan Horton. Berkeley gets around him, puts him a lap down. Berkeley gets the win. Take a look at our results here. Aaron Kelly home in 2nd. Carl Hoffman's 3rd. Mason Merritt 4th. Daniel Gow is going to grab 5th. Mick Wilson 6th. Gavin Sadler 7th. Lachlan Horton. And I forgot who that 9th car was. Heat 3. So we are halfway through heat racing action. The penultimate heat to round up, or to finish up, the Dirt Leagues Australia Winged Sprint Car Tour here at Eldora. Let's go take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid. Starting on pole, car number 49 of Zachary Phelan, starting position 2, car number 22 of Caden Brown. The 46 of Jackson Callow will start position 3, starting position 4, the 11 of Trent Vardy. Starting position 5, the 21 of Hayden Warrington, starting position 6, the 97 of Lincoln Bishop. Todd Maxfield in the 16 will start position 7, Mark Horton. In car number 86 will start position number 8. And scheduled to line up out of position number 9. He's going to be the 25 of Jordan McDonnell, but once again, it seems to be that the last car at the moment is not going to take the grid, so this is going to be 8 cars. Starting heat race number 3. You're watching the Dirt Leagues Australia Wind Sprint Car Tour for the 410s here at Eldora. Round number 1, we've just had the midgets finish up at about half an hour ago. Joel Berkeley got the win from Caden Brown, and Matt McCutcheon were your top 3. So some drivers pulling double duty tonight. See the field just in front of the camera here in turns number 1 and 2. Beautiful sunset. Go to the back of turn 4 just then. Here we go, heat 3. Phelan, Brown, Callow, Vardy, Warrington, Bishop, Maxfield, Horton. Green flag is out, 12 laps the distance. Heat 3 is underway. Caden Brown has got to run down the back straight away into 3 and 4, puts the slider. Uh-oh, Zach Phelan, Hayden Warrington says hello. Warrington collected 2 cars on that exchange, and how about the Super Cheat number 11 of Trent Vardy now moves his way to position 2. Warrington looking for second. Keep an eye on Bishop in the 97. Runs low in the Napa Auto Parts. Car number 97, sorry. Bishop battling with Warrington. Now Warrington going to move to 3rd. Look out, Bishop. Warrington 360, 720. Might as well call on a night. Todd Maxfield now moves to position number 4. Horton in the 86. Back down position 5. Everyone else either a lap down or back on pit road. But these 4 cars, in fact 5 cars, are spread out all over the racetrack. Caden Brown in the 22 picked up a second in the midget feature just a moment ago. Halfway home this time by 6 down, 6 to go as we go on board with the 22. Brown out of turn number 4. 9 laps complete, 3 to go. Lap times in the mid to low 14-second bracket, 14.489. Trent Vardy is a 14.3 at the moment, so Vardy in the Super Cheap is slowly catching up to your race lead. In fact, he was 3/10 of a second on that previous lap. Now, I mean, it's just that retirement. Maybe you're a little bit scared to race against Berkeley after the Knoxville incident. Who knows? Now coming out of retirement. 1 lap to go. Heat 3 on track. Caden Brown leading down the back straight away for the final time. He turns 3 and 4. He's going to have enough time to finish first still. He gets the win. Second going to go to Trent Vardy. Third going to be Lincoln Bishop. It should be. And then you go back to Todd Maxfield, Mark Horton in the 85, Hayden Warrington, Zach Phelan, and Jackson Callow will make up this 8-car field. McDonnell not making the grid, so still having those interweb issues. And your final heat race of the night before we get into the main. Does the voice seem low? Well, I can always turn it up. There we go. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid for the fourth and final heat of the night. And starting on pole in car number 36, it's Mitchell G. Starting position 2, car number 26 of Lance Bainton. Matt McCutcheon in the 1 will start position 3. The 94 of Scott Butler will start position number 4. Starting position 5, car number 5 of James Rice. Starting position 6, car number 44 of Bailey Clive. Howie. It's going on, Braden. The 34 of Caleb Beecroft will start position 7. Evan Harvey in the 32 will start position number 8. And position 9 in the 077, it'll be Vince Romeo. All good, Rodney. But I'm trying to keep the voice down as well because we are looking at 10 o'clock at night here. And, well, the missus is up at about 3:30 in the morning, so... We're going to go on board with James Rice on this start. 12 laps the distance. Top 4 to the main event. The rest of the drivers go through to the C and B. Green flag is out. And we are underway here in the opening heat race of the night. As we're watching James Rice go 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2. Lap 1 in the books. Oh, look out the 1 car. McCutcheon, James Rice gets caught up, involved in that one. And he's going to go back to position number 9. The leader is Mitchell G. Scott Butler second, third. Matt McCutcheon, Vince Romeo from 9th to position 4. You don't mind, he stayed out of trouble. And he's now got a chance to directly qualify for tonight's main event. The 26 of Lance Bainton. Oh, Romeo! Off the cushion. Kind of like what we've seen the cars in Heat 1 do. Particularly Brady Ball, but not much Braden. Caleb Beecroft now moves to position 4. As that's going to be the 26 of Lance Bainton. That's going to be his heat race done. Got up on top of the wall and... Bailey Clive now moves to position 5. So some drivers are going to be making the long trip from the C through to the B, hopefully. And you never know, you might see drivers like we've seen Hayden Warrington and Jordan McDonnell do from the C and B. Make it into the show. McDonnell made it from the C to the A, although 1 lap cut that one short. Watching Butler in the 94 in second spot. 7 laps complete. Going to make that 8 laps this time by for your race leader in car number 36 of Mitchell G. 4 laps to go. 2 miles essentially around this Eldora Speedway. Almost caught at Knoxville just then. Oh, Lincoln, I'm glad you had enough fuel for that one. Butler still holding down second. McCutcheon running the bottom of the racetrack in that Finley Farms car number 1 entry. Got priority aviation on the side of that car. The Kyle Larson car. 4th is Caleb Beecroft. New Zealand Sim Racing, car number 34. Then you go back to Bailey Clive, who's about 9 weeks behind. In fact, he must have some sort of issues because there goes your race leader of Mitchell G. Into turns 3 and 4, runs the bottom of the racetrack. Checkered flag is out.
Mitchell G with the win, Scott Butler second, Matt McCutcheon third, Caleb Beecroft fourth, Bailey Clive, Lance Bainton, James Rice, Evan Harvey and Vince Romeo. We'll see some of these drivers in the C main up next. And of course, with that being said, let's go and take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid. Alright, your C main looks like this. Starting on pole in car number 46, it's Jackson Callow. Vince Romeo in the 077 will start position 2. Brady Baldwin in the 47 will start position 3. Lachlan Horton in car 55 will start position 4. Starting position 5, the 49 of Zachary Phelan. Starting position 6, car number 32 of Evan Harvey. Thomas Paul in the 305 scheduled to start position 7. The 48 of Jacob Penno scheduled to start P8. Position 9, the 25 of Jordan McDonnell alongside the 5 of James Rice out of position 10. Bradley Sanders in the 68 out of 11th. Mitchell Wiley out of position 12. Of course, 4 of those drivers not on the grid. So 4 out of the 12 did not, well, I'm going to say didn't make it into the next part of the program. Of course, those guys pack up, go to bed, watch the race, do what you want to do. My cat is really annoying. And that puts us to an 8-car C main, 15 laps the distance. And I can tell you that the top 6 will advance. So 2 more drivers from these 8 cars on the racetrack going to find themselves watching just like the rest of us. Your C main. Pace truck about to be taking a left-hand turn onto pit road. Jackson Callow and Vince Romeo. Green flag is out. Run away 15 laps the distance. Top 6 going to advance. Zach Phelan cautiously on the bottom side of the racetrack, moving into position number 5. Look at the big time slider there from Brady Baldwin. Romeo back up the inside. Horton around the outside of Evan Harvey, Jacob Penno, James Rice trying to make his way through this mess here right now. Just needs to pick up 2 spots. He's got 1. He's in 7th at the moment. Top 3, oh, they all run the bottom side of the racetrack. Zach Phelan now moves to position 2. Romeo, your race leader. Jackson Callow holding off the 47 of Brady Baldwin. The totally workwear caliber 47. Callow going to move back to the outside. Slider from Baldwin. No, not going to have enough speed. Here comes James Rice. He's made his way to position 6. So far, he's got the back of the B main locked down. Oh, the 15 car. Sorry, the 55. No, in fact, it's the 48 of Jacob Penno. Contact with Lachlan Horton in the 55. Rice just needs to be smart about what is in front of him at the moment. He's got a fair way back to Jacob Penno and Evan Harvey, who are both now going to be forced to pit road, I believe. Your race leader is now going to be Zachary Phelan. You've got a new leader. Coming up to complete lap number 7 of 15, so 8 to go, so we're almost reaching the halfway stage of tonight's C main with a top 6 going on through to the back of the B. Once again, we'll take 4 from the B, and we're going to cut quite a few drivers. James Rice in the 5 now moves to position 5, so making it not so painful after having some bad luck in his heat race. Zach Phelan continues to lead this one. He's led the past 3 laps, laps 7, 8 and 9. 6 to go, 3 miles around this Eldora Speedway. Jackson Callow was loose off turn 2 and was way low down in turn number 3. Romeo, who we've seen move from 9th to 4th in his heat race. Fortunately didn't get to finish too many laps. He got 4 laps in and he ended up coming home in last. He's now sitting in 3rd spot in tonight's C main. 4th is going to be the 47 of Brady Bob, and then you go back to James Rice in the 5, still in 5th. And the 6th and final car on the racetrack, so the 6 cars will transfer. In car 55, it's going to be Lachlan Horton. 2.5 to go for your leader. In that OPR, the One Performance Racing car number 49. It's Zach Phelan now with 2 to go. So if you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. Keep up to date with what's going on. Here at Ultimate Dirt to be plenty of action. Plenty of broadcast to start off 2019. And through turns number 3 and 4. Zach Phelan just going to cruise to victory lane. He gets the win. Second going to go to Jackson. No, it's not. Second's going to go to Vince Romeo. Brady Baldwin 3rd. Jackson Callow 4th. James Rice 5th. And Lachlan Horton. Horton will come home in 6th. Those 6 drivers will move on. And up next is your B main. Of course, let's go and take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid. Starting on pole, car number 8 of Nathan Clark. Lining up alongside the 8 will be the 37. I'm retired, but now I'm unretired and I can't get a good start. It's going to be the 37 of Daniel Gow. The 86 of Mark Horton will start position 3, starting position 4. Car number 44 of Bailey Clive. Starting position 5, the 23 of Tristan Yellen. Starting position 6, car 152 of Mick Wilson. Starting position 7, the 21 of Hayden Warrington. Starting position 8, car 26 of Lance Bainton. Starting position 9, the 015 of Darren Lord. Starting position 10, car 71 of Gavin Sadler. Zachary Phelan in the 49 will start position 11. Starting position 12, the 077 of Vince Romeo. Brady Baldwin in car 47 will start position 13. The 46 of Jackson Callow will start position 14. James Rice will start alongside Lachlan Horton in the 8th and final row on the grid. That's been a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid. Hayden Warrington not in this one, so 15 cars. So Lord will move to position 7, Phelan moves to position 9, Baldwin moves to 11th, and Rice moves to position 13. Top 4 make it through. Let's see if Daniel Gow knows how to start a race. This time he gets a second chance on the outside of the front row. Here we go, green flag is out. This is a lot better start for Daniel Gow into 1 and 2. We've got Bailey Clive, who sort of jammed up the rest of the field. And I get the feeling that some drivers have gotten no luck at the moment. But Daniel Gow going to lead lap number 1. Nathan Clark second. And it's Bainton going to move to position 3. Then you go back to Gavin Sadler. And here comes Brady Baldwin. Jackson Callow as well. Vince Romeo, Zach Phelan, Horton, Clive, Yelland, and Rice, who I believe may have been caught up in that opening scandal in turns number 1 and 2. Baldwin throwing some Hail Marys. Oh, Vince Romeo in the 55 of Horton. Romeo going to have some trouble now with that car. Bailey Clive having all sorts of issues in that 44 entry. Phelan has moved to position number 6. With Jackson Callow in front of him, but right now, the man on the bubble in car number 71. And Gavin Sadler racing down on the graphics. Ultimate Dirt TV entry. Gavin Sadler Pressure from Callow, going to make to the outside, and here comes Phelan up the inside in turn number 3 and 4. Sadler still hangs on to 4th for the time being, but pressure from the guy on the outside and inside right behind him. Jackson Callow working the outside. Now there goes Zachary Phelan in the 49, trying to get to the cushion in turns 3 and 4. He goes down low into turn number 1 and 2. Here is a 3-car battle for 1 transfer spot at the moment. Gowie continues to lead from Clark and Bainton. Slide job from Phelan on Sadler. Sadler turns it back underneath him into 3 and 4. Callow slides up in front of Phelan. Phelan works back down low through the middle into 1 and 2. We go 3 wide. Callow thought about the double slide job but couldn't quite clear. And that gap closed up severely. Sadler still hanging on right now to that 4th and final transfer spot. Phelan trying to do everything along with Jackson Callow to make it by the 71 car. There goes the 86 back to pit road. Nathan Clark, your new race leader. Daniel Gow falls back to 2nd. Bainton still in 3rd. Callow puts a slider on Sadler to move into position number 4. Once again, Gav Sadler goes to the outside, but look at that, Zach Phelan through the slick in 3 and 4. Big slider into 1 and 2 from Phelan. Not going to happen. Callow keeps the foot in the gas and rails the cushion in turn number 1 and 2. 13 laps complete this time by 7 to go. This is tonight's B main. We're going to have a 40 lap main event after this one. So still plenty of action. Plenty of laps to be turned on this racetrack. One mistake from one of these drivers could cost themselves a spot. The 20th spot in tonight's main event. Phelan with a slider on Callow. Callow turns it back underneath. It's going to be Phelan who has the spot at the start-finish line, but a big slider. Oh, look out, Jackson Callow. There's the mistake. He's not going to lose any spots for the time being. Callow slides up in front of Sadler, so there's your 5th and 6th cars. And there goes Sadler upside down. Callow. There goes Brady Bowl. Now moved to position 5. Phelan, along with Bainton, Gow, and Clark. Those are the 4 drivers at the moment, as we're coming to 2 laps to go. And we're going to go on board with your race leader for this penultimate lap. Through turn number 3 and 4 here on the final lap. We'll take a look at your JR Productions and Media finishing results for tonight's B main. Nathan Clark with the win. Daniel Gow 2nd. 3rd going to be Zach Phelan. Lance Bainton grabs 4th. And those 4 drivers going to move on to tonight's main event. The rest of the drivers, pack it up, go home. We'll see you next week. Going to have a 1-minute warm-up session here to get the drivers familiar with the track that may have not seen it since from the heat races. I will take a quick break here and step aside, live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Alright, let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid for tonight's 40 lap main event. Starting on pole in car number 3, Lewis Hewitt alongside car number 9 of Joel Berkeley. 22 of Caden Brown starts position 3, starting position 4, the 36 of Mitchell G. Position 5, Nathan Norman alongside Aaron Kelly out of position 6. Starting position 7, Trent Vardy. Starting position 8, it's Scott Butler. Starting position 9, Rob Bowden. Starting position 10, Carl Hoffmans. Lincoln Bishop and Matt McCutcheon will occupy row 6. Row 7, John Schultz and Mason Merritt. Todd Maxfield and Caleb Beecroft will start position 15 and 16, excuse me. And your B main transferees, Nathan Clark alongside Daniel Gow in row 9. Row 10 going to be Zach Phelan and Lance Bainton. "40 laps the distance for the Dirt Leagues Australia Winged Sprint Car Tour, the forward 10s, 900 horsepower. Can Berkeley go 2 for 2? Can Hewitt spoil the party? Who will find victory lane 40 laps away from a telling tale? Hewitt Berkeley bring the field through 3 and 4 on the exit of 4. The green flag is out. As here we go into turn number 1 and 2. Hewitt going to get the early jump over his teammate Berkeley. 3 wide momentarily down the back straight away. These drivers are being very cautious here on the opening lap. This track is very, very slick from top to bottom. The 22 of Caden Brown on the Simmons car. McCutcheon using the right rear. There goes Mitchell G. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Tried to pull it up on the middle of 1 and 2 on the entry to 1. I can have a look at the 22 car of Caden Brown just here. Just got a little loose. And they got tagged by the 19, I believe that was, of Nathan Norman. And you watch Mitchell G here on the Wicked Cushion instant replay. Just enter up a little too high, sucked into the wall. And caught up on the catch fence. So a couple of laps in, lights still on the pace track, so green next time by, not this time, but next time by. One car back on pit road, that is Mitchell G in the 36. It's going to be his night done. He'll have about 8 minutes of required repairs. Lights are out. We get single file restart. As I said, these drivers very cautious on the opening couple of laps, knowing that the track is very, very slick. Hello, Charlie. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I was about a second off, but green flag is out. We're underway. Hewitt from Berkeley and Vardy. Berkeley going to try and get up the inside of your race leader into turn number 3 and 4. Slight job for the lead. Hewitt going to try and cross back underneath as they go into turn number 1 and 2. Hewitt with a slider on Berkeley. So the race for the lead right now, the team cars, teammate. Run 1, 2 and start to put some slide jobs on each other right now. We go back through the field. Trying to watch this field sort of unfold. try and find their move and find their groove and make their move. .33 of Hoffman's in the knee and Botcha race parts. 33 entries, moved his way to position number 8. How about Nathan Clark in the 8? Made his way to the top 10 after starting position number 17, winning that B main. One car going back to pit road. I believe that's the 16 of Todd Maxfield. Berkeley, meanwhile, cleared away from Hewitt. That's the yellow flag flies. I'm assuming that it was because of a car tried to get back to the pits. The second time that the yellows are out here in the 410 winged sprint cars, the Dirt Leagues Australia winged sprint car tour. Of course, you can keep up to date by going to www.facebook.com/dirtleaguesau. Keep up to date with what's going on when it comes to the league races and stuff like that. Of course, they do have a schedule out. Of course, the next time we're going to see Dirt Leagues Australia series will be on the 30th of January. It'll be at the Volusia Speedway Park. And 2 weeks later, they head to the Knoxville Raceway, and then they go to Williams Grove Speedway. Then they go to the short track swing, the dirt track at Charlotte, Lanier, Limaland, Knoxville, and then Lakeland, USA. And then to finish up again, we'll be here at Eldora. Here we go, Berkeley slow pace, 14 complete, 26 to go. Green flag is back out here in tonight's A-Main. Berkeley sucked into the wall there. And Hewitt goes on by Trent Vardy to position number 3. Look at the 19 of Nathan Norman working down low, but on the outside in car number 1, that's going to be Matt McCutcheon moving his way to position 4. Hoffman's and Nathan Clark race side by side. Give the spot to Carl Hoffman's right now. Nathan Clark goes back to the cushion in 3 and 4. Tries to back down the racetrack. He's bringing Butler behind him as well, so Nathan Clark moves up 10 spots. Almost 11 spots if he can get by Carl Hoffman's in the 33. Meanwhile, Matt McCutcheon making his way towards Trent Vardy in the 11 car in the Super Cheap Auto. Number 11 slide job from McCutcheon. Gets the cushion. Oh, he got out of shape in front of Vardy. Vardy done well. McCutcheon really had to hit the brake, and that's an awful lap for McCutcheon. And although he hasn't lost any spots, but have a look at this 3-car battle right now. Nathan Norman on the outside of the 19. Carl Hoffman's in the 33. There's contact. And there is a wild ride for the 19. And trying to stay right where he was. Not going to happen. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. On board with car number 19 of Nathan Norman. There's the slider coming in from Carl Hoffman's. Running him out of room. Just see he was on the brake, just trying to stay out of the way, I guess. Unfortunately, just didn't happen for the 19 entry. back live. Going to be 22 complete, 18 remaining. Hewitt, Berkeley and Vardy, your top three. Green flag is back out. Trent Vardy going to go back down low into turn number 1 and 2. Going to try and look to pick up 2 spots. And in fact, he's almost going to lose a spot right now running the bottom side of the racetrack because McCutcheon is starting to make a move on the 11 machine again. Oh, look at Nathan Clark. Oh, he outspun the car. Butler tagged him. And Nathan Clark around. Let's take a look at your wicked cushion instant replay. Just got off the cushion just a little bit. The car got tight. He was already going around. Butler couldn't do anything about that one. You can't blame him for that. You can just hear the revs. It's definitely out of the throttle. Driver's about to get the 1 to green signal right now. Hewitt, Berkeley and McCutcheon, your top 3. $13 to go. Round number 1 of the Dirt Leagues Australia Winged Sprint Car Tour for the 410s. Here we go. Green flag is back out. Lewis Stewart once again going to lead this field into 1 and 2. You're going to see Vardy go down low again in the Super Jeep Auto number 11 car. But he's now going to lose a spot to Scott Butler. Butler moves into position 4. Rob Bowden and Zach Phelan. Phelan up into position 6 right now. Back to Daniel Gow in the 37 behind him. So Gowie's made his way forward, finally figuring out how to get the car to rotate and how to drive. And Vardy at the moment holds down position 5. We're watching the 49 of Phelan and the 37 of Daniel Gow. 10 laps to go for your leader, Berkeley, who is now cleared ahead of Lewis Stewart. We missed the pass for the lead. We watch now McCutcheon trying to hold off Scott Butler for 3rd. Oh, Vardy half-spun the car in 1 and 2. Oh, Phelan and Gow. Phelan got through. Gow got caught up with Vardy, and Vardy having a tough time adapting to this black slick racetrack right now. And yellow, yellow, yellow. This time it's the 34 car of Caleb Beecroft. We'll take a look at your wicked cushion instant replay. See what happened to the 34. It looks like it was a self-spin. Yeah, it was. 34 of Beecroft going to turn around and bring the caution flags on. So Berkeley, Hewitt and McCutcheon, your top 3. So once again we'll have 4 laps to finish this one off. Of course, once again, the point of no return. Sean, I'm not too sure. I'm not keeping track. The point of no return, if we see a caution flag, inside of the next 3 laps. When we go back to green, it will end under yellow and behind the iRacing official pace truck. However, let's hopefully these drivers can get these final 4 laps in the books, just like we did in the midget series. Pulse J, you must be 12:40 AM, because if you're in New Zealand, you're only 2 hours ahead of me. But welcome into the channel. We hope you enjoy the show here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Alright, Berkeley gasses it up once again. 4 to go. Has Hewitt got anything for Berkeley? Has McCutcheon got anything for Hewitt or Berkeley? Butler, what can he do? Zach Phelan. And you'll Gow in 6th. And you go back to Vardy in 7th. Going to keep an eye on your battle for 4th and 5th. At the moment, there's a big slider coming in from Vardy on Gow, but can't clear him. The 97 of Lincoln Bishop as well, doing a nice job sitting inside the top 10. And look at Caden Brown in the 22 car. 2 laps to go. A mile around Eldora Speedway. And yellow, yellow, yellow. And that will end it. As the drivers now, they get the white flag. And for the first time this season in the Dirt Leagues Australia 410 Winged Sprint Car Tour here at Eldora, it's going to finish under yellow behind the iRacing official pace truck, and we'll go through and take a look at your JR Productions and Media finishing results here in just a moment when the cars come across the start-finish line. And Berkeley going to go 2 for 2. We're going to take a look at those finishing results right now. Berkeley gets the job done. Lewis Hewitt home in 2nd, Matt McCutcheon 3rd, Scott Butler 4th, Zach Phelan rounds out the top 5. Daniel Gow, Trent Vardy, Lincoln Bishop, Caden Brown, and John Schultz, your top 10 over the page. Mason Merritt, Lance Bainton, Rob Bowden, the 13th car on the lead lap, Caleb Beecroft, Aaron Kelly, Nathan Clark, Carl Hoffmans, Nathan Norman, Todd Maxfield, and Mitchell G, your 20 starters and 20 finishers in this one. Of course, let's go and chat with our top 3 here in just a moment. And we're going to go and chat with our 3rd place driver tonight. Again, he finds himself on the podium, Matt McCutcheon. Matt, congratulations on 3rd. It was, well, a tough race out there. The track was sort of black slick, and you managed to find yourself with another podium. Congratulations.
Yeah, cheers, thank you. It was moving around a little bit, trying to find different lines, and don't do 410s too much, but I tell you what, they're a hell of a fun time.
This track was way different to what we've seen in the midgets. They're very, very slick. Throttle control was, had to be at an all-time high, especially to run around here, especially, to be on the cushion like you guys were.
Yeah, I mean, it was wide on the cushion. I don't think I got the full throttle once, and if I did, that's usually when I hit the wall. So throttle control is so critical in these cars, and we're lucky to get P3.
Well, got a podium for the 2nd race in a row, so congratulations. And once again, those sponsors and shout-outs while we got you.
Yeah, cheers, thank you. I'd like to thank ASM again. Those guys from All Star Motorsports are awesome little team. Thank you.
There we go, Matt McCutcheon there, home in 3rd place. Home in 2nd place tonight, and car number 3, Lewis Hewitt. Lewis, congratulations on 2nd. You had a good race there with Joel, but you just fell to the cautions there in the end, and 2nd place will have to do.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun with Joel there, throwing sliders with him, and I think I led probably, half the race there, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
This racetrack, Eldora, all on the top, but man, it looked difficult to run just all the way around, especially with how slick it was. I mean, how did you find it out there?
It was really tough. I mean, it wasn't just slick. This track was rough up there. You got the right rear against the fence, and the bumps were making it really hard to hang on to. But it made it really enjoyable in the end.
Obviously, you're out in the first couple of heats, or the first or second heat. I'm not sure which one it was, but the track really changed as the night went on. We were watching the racetrack and watching what it was doing, considering that after the B main that you had pretty much 1 minute to go out there and do a couple of laps, but you had 25 other drivers that wanted to do the same thing.
Yeah, definitely watching it. I thought the slider line was going to be good the whole way, but it just turned out to be just too slow, and it really had forced me up the top, and wasn't particularly comfortable up there, but I think I was able to hang with Joel and have a good race in the end.
All right, look, second place here in the 410s. Congratulations, but of course, those sponsors, they need to be thanked.
Yeah, big thank you to TTL Esports and our new sponsor that we have on board for this season, Simworks Race Simulators. So thank you to them, and also thank you to Tie Designs and Down Under Graphics.
All right, Lewis Hewitt there, home in second place, and he goes 2 for 2 tonight. Joel Berkey, congratulations on the win again. You go back to back here at Eldora. Just once again, Joel Berkeley and Eldora. It's like a fat kid in a pie. It just goes down well.
Well, yeah, I can't argue with you there, Brett. Really, can I?
As I said, this question to Lewis and Matt, this track was just so difficult, and Lewis mentioned that it was fairly bumpy as well. I mean, how did you find it out there as well, and how were you able to put 40 laps together?
Next question. I really don't know how we powered for 40 laps together there. I just put the wing in the trunk and -10, and well, it wasn't too bad up there, but you definitely one error like I made that on that restart there, and you can go from good to bad pretty quick, and just lucky we got failed with the win when you got the wall.
Well, we don't see these cars for another couple of weeks. Of course, they take next week off. Is there plans on contesting the whole series, or are you, obviously depending on work and stuff like that, you just gotta pick and choose on when you can run, and what's the plan for the 9 machine?
I would love to run every round, but hey, work comes first. So when time permits, I'll be here running both Spawn this league and the Pace Syndicate one on Wednesday nights. But unfortunately, I won't be here for next week's one of them. But hopefully, we're back for round 2 of the Dirt League Australia one, and we'll see if we can maintain our points lead and continue on through the whole season.
All right, another win, well done, and of course, when you go, thank those sponsors.
Yeah, massive thanks to guys at TTL Esports, Simworks, Tie Designs, Down to Graphics, everyone else helps out. The Zach for hosting and you for broadcasting, everyone that makes it possible.
All right, there was Joel Berkeley with the win and making it 2 for 2 here this evening in the midgets and the 410 winged sprint car. So congratulations to Joel on clean sweeping Eldora. He brings the broom out, and everybody else has to watch that 9 machine go to victory lane once again. Again, a big thanks to Dirt Leagues Australia. Check them out on Facebook. Give them a like, give them a follow. Racing every 2 weeks, of course. Along with Pace Syndicate, they run 1 week on. They take a week off so the other league can run. And then they'll come back in 2 weeks' time. And same thing for Pace Syndicate as well. Of course, you can keep up to date with what's going on here at Ultimate Dirt TV by checking out our website. You can go to www.ultimatedirttv.com. You can find a link to all our social media pages, but of course you can check out a link to our sponsors pages, and of course make sure you go and give them a follow, give them a like, as well as checking out their awesome products on their websites, and don't be afraid to buy some of their products to support the people that support us here at Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, we'll go through those sponsors right now. Of course, Wicked Cushion, Simworks Performance, BK Designs, JR Productions and Media, World of Thunder iRacing League, and of course, Turbo Tees Apparel. And on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, we hope you enjoyed the show for the midgets and the 410 sprint cars live from Eldora. My name's Brett Wheeler. We'll see you back tomorrow for some UMP modifieds and the birthday bash for the World of Thunder. Good night.